Hare Krishna. Welcome to Morning Amrut Vani program. His Grace Rupavilas Prabhuji will be giving his transcendental words of wisdom. Bhakta Rameshwar Nayak Prabhuji will be reading the Namamrita, followed by Srila Prabhupada's quote, followed by the slokas. Welcome to everyone once again. Hare Krishna. Rameshwar Nayak Prabhuji, kindly unmute yourself.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु, दंडवत प्रणाम। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नामामृत, whether pure or impure. Sorry. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada की जय। His Holiness गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। His Grace शिक्षा गुरु रूपविलास प्रभु की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामामृत, whether pure or impure, one should begin the chanting process which elevates one to purity. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu further advised Subuddhi Raya, begin chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, and when your chanting is almost pure, all your sinful reactions will go away. After you chant perfectly, you will get shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna. Chanting has to purify himself so that the holy names will be perfectly effective. Chanting the holy name of the Lord inoffensively will help one get immediate shelter at Krishna's lotus feet. This means that the chanting purely, one will immediately be situated on the transcendental platform. One should note, however, that according to the Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instructions, one should not wait to purify himself before chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Whatever our conditions may be, we should begin chanting immediately. By the power of the Hare Krishna mantra, you will gradually be relieved from all material contaminations and will get shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna, the ultimate goal of life. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 25.11. Srila Prabhupada quote, 25th April. The difficulty is sometimes Krishna's Ashirvad blessing may be just the opposite. Krishna will take away. So at that time, they become atheists. Tokyo, April 25th, 1972. Hare Krishna. Bhagavad Gita Slok 8.17. Sahasrayuga Paryantam Sahasrayuga Paryantam Ahara Yad Brahmano Viduhu Ratrim Yuga Sahasranantam Teho Ratra Vido Janaha. Translation. By human calculation, 1,000 ages taken together from the duration of the Brahma's one day, and such also is the duration of his night. Srimad Bhagavatam Sloka 4.8.79. Edaika padena sa parthiva parthivar bhakasa tastau tad अंगुष्ठा निपीडिता मही नाना नानाम तद्रिदं विभद्रेय दिष्टता तरीव स एव तरत् पदे पदे. As Dhruv Maharaj, the king's son, kept himself steadily standing on one leg, the pressure of his big toe pushed down half the earth, just as an elephant being carried on a boat rocks. The boat left and right with this every step. चैतन्य चरित्रामृत मध्य लीला 4.47. प्रातः स्नान करी पुरी ग्राम मध्ये गेला सब लोका एकत्र करी कहिते लागिला. After taking the morning bath, Madhavendra Puri entered the village and assembled all the people. Then he spoke as follows.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. श्री श्री राधा रस बिहारी भगवान की जय, ललिता सखी विशाखा माता की जय, गिरिराज गोवर्धन महाराज की जय, सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय, नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय, गौरांग निताय महाप्रभु की जय, शील प्रभुपाद की जय, मॉर्निंग चैंटिंग के गुलाम की जय, संवेत भक्त वृंद की जय, हिज होलीनेस गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय. Many people feel that they are impure, and that's why we should not chant the holy name or do bhakti. Let us become purified. During a marathon, many people who walk near the table, they say we do not want to touch this Bhagavad Gita because we are eating fish. We'll not like to touch these things. But that is not going to work. If a person is sick, he has to take medicine. He cannot say that I will first become, अच्छा हो जाऊंगा मैं, बाद में मैं medicine लूंगा. That is not going to work. Somehow or other, he has to start taking medicine in the impure state, and that medicine is Harinam. Without taking the medicine, the heart, the mind will not get cleared. And that's why Prabhupada says in our bhakti, first thing is, seva starts with the jivaha. We have to engage. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kabo Noy. It is said Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kabo Noy. Seva Adi, matlab Jiva Adi. With the Jiva, we have to engage the Jiva in the Seva. And the Jiva can be engaged by chanting the holy name and taking prasad. By that, immediately the purification will start. Now, in the early times, the mind will not be helpful in concentration, but we have to do abhyas and vairagya. There are two things Lord says in Bhagavad Gita to control mind, abhyas and vairagya, abhyas and vairagya. We have to chant more and more, and at the same time, we have to practice detachment. Yes, very important, Srila Prabhupada says, like if you go to a shopkeeper, and you give the money to the shopkeeper for taking cigarette, the shopkeeper is bound to give you that cigarette. But the same money, if you go and ask and tell the father, please give me cigarette or drink, father will take the money and slap him. So Krishna is like that. As I always tell, we may see the present and try to plan the future, but Krishna sees the future and tries to, plan the present and put you in the purification. Sahasra Yuga Paryantam Aho Brahma. Sahasra Yuga Paryanta Aho Yad Brahmana Vidu Ratrim Yug Sahasram Tam Ohor Ratra Vidu Jana. One time, two small insects gathered in the rainy season, and they were speaking together to themselves, and they were saying that there is a species called human being who is living because we live for one day. According to them, they live 100 years. Huh? Our 100 years is equal to one day. That is not possible, the other insect was saying. So before reading Bhagavad Gita, before coming to the Vedic calculation of the time, we were thinking that we 100 years are very great. But according to the Vedic and according to the Shastras, the Devatas and the upper people who are living, they considered us as an insect, small insect, where our life is, in the morning it get ups and by evening it is finished. Hmm? So here, when we read all this thing, uh, we come to know how great the time is, and we are very small part of the time. A Brahmaji's one night is equal to 1,000 Yug Chakra. That is 432 crore thousand years. Hmm? Here, how Dhruv Maharaj is excelling in his bhakti. First month, second month, third month, fourth month, fifth month. And in the last month, he is just standing on his leg and he is chanting the holy name, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Uh, And because of that, he had sealed the Lord in his heart. And because of that, the Lord's pressure, the earth was going down. Hare Krishna. Here we see how Lord had directed Madhavendra Puri to remove the Lord who is buried and wanted to start the seva and give darshan to everybody. Lord chooses, the deities choose to come at your house and the deities choose to leave from that house. So Lord used the Malechas to get buried under the mountain, but he wanted to start the seva from Madhavendra Puri and give the seva darshan to all the villages. And that's why now Madhavendra Puri will go and tell everybody that please help me to remove the Lord, and the Abhishek will continue for 1 year continuously. By every village will come and start doing the Abhishek. So Lord wanted that the Abhishek should be going on. So it went for 1 year, continuous every day. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Prabhuji, few lines of glorification of Guru Maharaj.
Yeah.
Few lines of glorification of Guru Maharaj before we end this recording.
See, glorification of Guru Maharaj is that we are there in the spiritual life because of his mercy. We came in the spiritual life because of his accepting the fallen people like us. Huh? And if we had not been given the initiation, I don't think so. We would be had being united sitting over here. That is the first thing. Another thing is that he was a crusader, silent crusader, if you can say, in ISKCON, who was holding the entire ISKCON management. And he has kept, see, doing घर बनाना is very easy, घर तोड़ना is very easy. But those who maintain the house ना, उसको पूछो कि मेंटेन करने के पीछे पत्नी क्या बोलती है, बच्चे क्या बोलते हैं, हाँ, फैमिली वाले क्या बोलते हैं, रिलेटिव्स क्या बोलते हैं. The work pressure to maintain something is very, very high. And if you see our Guru Maharaj, without silently, without any, anything, he followed the order of his Guru Maharaj. 50 years managing ISKCON, which is the worst thing in ISKCON. ISKCON में सबसे worst job है ना मैनेजिंग. अपने घर में मैनेजमेंट करना पड़ता है तो कितना दिमाग खराब हो जाता है. What to speak about, hundreds and hundreds of temple managing where every day people are coming with only complaints. कंप्लेंट लेके आते महाराज के पास. हमारा एक कंप्लेंट घर में होता है, ये एक प्रॉब्लम होता है तो हमारा दिमाग है ना फ्यूज हो जाता है, our mind get fused, बोलते हैं हम अपनी शांति से भक्ति करेंगे. But in all the problems, that ISKCON was going on, he tolerated, severely he tolerated. If you can say, he is the murti of tolerance in ISKCON. And that's why ISKCON progressed. It did not disintegrate it in India. It came from one level to another level because he was humble and tolerant with everybody. He never expected, man, that I am GVC, I will do everything. He was very tolerant and very humble with the lower person and with the higher person. And if anybody brought the complaint, he used to digest it. He never used to, tell everybody that this is the problem, this is the problem. He had a very, very strong power of digesting the problem and keeping to himself. Like Govardhan Maharaj. I always say my Guru Maharaj is Govardhan Maharaj, where he tolerated all the torrents of the Indra, but he gave shelter to everybody who was down. Not a single problem from up was coming down. That was the beauty of Guru Maharaj in management level. He never ever used to pass the problem to the lower level people. He used to digest the problem. And that is a very rare quality. And in that, maintaining the sadhana level, दिमाग खराब होता है ना तो हमारा सर दर्द करता है. Or in that, to maintain the sadhana level, the deities level, he was that's why other Guru Maharaj, they respect a lot to Guru Maharaj because of that quality. So, book distribution saying, or whether you can say about so many temples he has constructed selflessly. In Russia, he was managing. In Africa, he was managing. In Pakistan, he is managing. He was the GBC over there. What to speak about other things? It's a very rare combination which Guru Maharaj had. Why the health deteriorated in last? Because it was affecting his brain and brain system. क्यों ना आप कंप्यूटर में डाटा डालते जाओ उसको बाद में इरेज नहीं करते हो ना तो हैंग हो जाता है. So 50 years Maharaj tolerated and that affected his brain. That affected his throat. That was a part of that thing. माँ बाप को मालूम होता नहीं है, बच्चे लोग को मालूम नहीं होता है कि माँ बाप कितना झेल रहे हैं बाहर. एक फैमिली की बात कर रहा हूँ. But our Guru Maharaj was such a person who actually we are not like to be his shishya, but they accepted as shishya. हम लोग क्या है, हम लोग तो हमारे घर में मजा मार रहे हैं. We are not in the battlefield. हम लोग ठीक है. We will be fighting someday. In this life or next life, we do not know. As a warrior. Okay. Lila Manor Prabhu.
Very nicely stated. Definitely, we people are, at least myself, not like, but Guru Maharaj was kind enough to accept